Well, I am officially cleared out of Fiji. Pretty crazy. Leaving the pass now, heading out to sea. I am solo, as you can tell. A lot of changes. Time in Fiji was a very eventful time for us. I'll have to sit down and talk to you guys when I have my thoughts a little more collected. I think some time at sea will be good for me, and hopefully I'll collect my thoughts. Calico guys have been in Fiji since last October, so it's been nearly a year, and I'm heading to Vanuatu, about 450 miles. So yeah, I think this is my first like solo passage since everything's gone down. So I'll get back to you guys a little bit later. My buddy Bo Chain right there. Bye bye Fiji. It's been something. I'm departing Fiji bound for Tana in Vanuatu. Leaving Fiji and sailing without Grace feels like a sad and distinct end of a chapter. Maybe a chapter is inadequate. It's more like the end of a book. We have been together since we were 19 years old, which is more than half our lifetime. Grace has been my partner during so many crossings, and it feels jarring to be solo, but it's time to put one foot in front of the other and get some sails set. Okay, so doing mid-fives. Not great, but I could be still in this pass getting some current, so we'll see. I expect the wind to clock around behind more too. There's some weird effects with the localized the land, causing it to be more upwind. We're actually motoring into it to get out of Fiji, which is weird. Westerly, supposed to be easterly trades. It's a pretty sporty start here. Very close to the other waves. Feels good to be back out though. I just ripped down a little bit. So what I'm adjusting gear out. The leash slowed down a little bit to make sure we can stay on the horse. I'm party like triple reefs basically. Copy that. I was just gonna radio you. I just reached down to about 100%. 100% what? Like I have a 130 Genoa. I'm at 100%. Yeah, I'm still going 6. Yeah, I slowed down to about 6 as well. Mid 6s really, but it was getting a little too squirrely in the 7s and 8s. We're holding on decent right now. Okay, great. Yeah, it's a little bit rowdy out here, eh? Okay, we got swamped in leeward when we got rolled over a little much. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's kind of what Gary said. He had in that high center cockpit on one life, he had like waves come in the leeward side. That was open. Getting windy, above 30. Jeez Louise. Welcome back to offshore sailing. Well, I mean, I guess I did just sail 3,000 miles on Delos, but oh, it's hard to get back out here, back on a wagon sometimes. Jeez. Sea state is pretty picked up, but it is getting more organized, I feel. They're getting a little bit longer, which is good. I'm almost tempted to put the boards in. It's getting a little bit like sporty out here. Calico's in her element though, running offshore. I got the wind jets cranking in the power. Yep. Well, it's the morning. That was a bit of a long night. I don't think I slept more than a couple hours. Pretty aggressive sea state coming off of some, I don't know where it's coming from, maybe off of New Zealand or something. Some of those storms are going down there, but yeah, it's like a big south swell would occasionally hit. You know, a lot of it was from behind, but then it hit on the beam. I wound up having to slip the lee cloth. I felt like I was gonna roll out of bed. Good speeds though, average like 6.7, so did put on a lot of miles. Back up now, I have full head sail out. Debating putting the code 0 out, but still a little bit variable. But I think the wind is forecast to come down. I think I probably should actually check the weather. It's probably the best thing I can do. It's probably has been an update overnight. Let's see, but I think it's probably time for code 0. And yeah, it's a little more chill now, so that's good. Hey, well, it's about time I start my day. I lived off of crackers and cheese so far because it was so rough yesterday. But I had defrosted some pork sausages. I think pork is not allowed in Vanuatu, so I'm gonna make some lunch, brunch, something. I just have to cook them. I am also making water. While I'm at it, sun's out, batteries are almost full. Yeah, let's doing some domestic chores now. A little rolly up in here. Water maker doesn't love it. The pressure changes when it boat's rolling like that so much. It feels strangely good to be at sea though. You just kind of focus on the simple things, like babysitting the boat, making water, making food, keeping the batteries full. All those things. Kind of just in a different moment than you are when you're sitting at anchor. I think it's just the doctor ordered right now. Come on, water maker. See, my mind is polluted with other things to worry about, like whether the water maker is aerating or not. My entire frying pan of food just fell behind the stove. I hate that. I'm still gonna eat it because I'm gross. I don't know what else to do. I have to wash it. Okay, I'm back. I'm sweating. Everything's closed up because it's so wet out. I have an ant problem from the marina, so they're gonna go past field day. So I try to clean up as well as I can, considering where I am. Then back up to 22 knots somehow. I have the code 0 ready to go. I don't know if I'm gonna even get to use it at all. Yeah, so it's good if it's a mile behind between me and Fiji. Fiji is a weird time and place in my life. Grace and I have decided there not to continue with our marriage. Many things. I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is yet, but we grew apart somehow. Been together for a lot of years. So it's something emotionally relieving about leaving. Sun is going down. It looks a little bit squally. Hopefully it's not the case. I see some clouds and color. Okay, made it through another night here. A little bit of a long night. We have a front coming across. The wind started clocking just around. It's been southeast. Moved to more east and then northeast. So I had to drive overnight. Wind also lightened, so I put up a code 0. Speeds have come down. Only average like 5.3 or 4 from like 6, 7, but a lot less wind. Yeah, 210 miles ago. Making progress. Like more than halfway there now. I expect I'll be in sometime tomorrow night. It's supposed to be a pretty easy anchorage to enter in the dark. Well, I'll probably do that instead of spending another night out here. I think it's gonna get a little bit squally. I see some clouds up ahead. It's in the forecast as the front comes over. It's just been clocking around. Back on heading though. Yesterday I was heading a little bit off Rumline, just to keep the boat moving. First time having to run a generator. It's not so happy. Definitely starts up, but I think it needs a carb clean, which I'll do when I get to Vanuatu. Maybe I'll show you guys how we do that. I think it's been a while since I've torn one apart. It's making power, but I have to have the eco throttle off, which usually regulates the amount of RPM the engine's running at. It's just running full out right now, but at least it is making power. You can see it's cloudy today. Man, this passage is harder than I thought it would be, and not sailing wise. It's very emotional to be out here on my own again. There's so many memories. So hard to get my thoughts out to you guys. Yeah, it's a lot of memories and good times, hard times. Maybe I'll come back to this. Well, I couldn't really get at what I wanted to communicate to you guys, but I was able to adjust my sails. What's the old saying? You can't change the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Well, that's what I did. Built for the boat and I guess for life, metaphorically. Decided to raise the main, get a little extra speed here. It's double reefed, be conservative, but I think it's adding a little bit. Speeds are 6s and 7s now, well, maybe 5s. Maybe I really don't need a reef, but by myself. Yeah, it's not an easy period being out here alone. just so many memories of, you know, everything we've accomplished together. Still wish Grace obviously the best going forward, and she wished the same for me. Just sometimes you don't stay on the same track together. After it's just been 22 years for us, and we've grown together. But I think, you know, just big life changes, health stuff, and I don't know. So I haven't quite figured out myself. I don't have like the Cliff Notes version of what happened. Relationships are complicated, but know that we care about each other very much, and we're still in each other's corner. And I'm continuing to sail, and she's starting a new life. So. A beautiful day. Nothing around but ocean. Well, that may be my front there. Starting to see clouds building. Could be the front approaching. Maybe a shakedown is Code Zero soon. Rode it since last night. Might go to a Genoa just to be conservative. Fiddle with the shifting. I can do it right now. I'm glad I got that Code Zero in. Weather's just starting to feel a little bit unstable. The air's a little bit colder. It's starting to get a little bit gustier. We're forward of the beam now too. So it's starting to shift more north. It's actually gonna go a little bit northwest, which is uncommon in a trade wind area, but it's a front coming through. See the barometers dropped. You know, this is where it was yesterday. There is some like diurnal, but you can see it was higher yesterday than it is now. Back to the low, it's been in 24 hours. So there's a storm a brewing, I'd say. Batteries are fully charged, which was nice. We had solar all day. Filled the water tanks, the water maker. Have some food made. So I think it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be one of those nights where it's gonna start raining heavily for 4 to 6 hours, I think. And the wind's gonna be constantly shifting. So at a certain point, I'll probably motor sail to not go too far north or south. I have 160 miles to make to port. I could just about do that before daylight. I think I have to average 5.8 knots. So I don't really have too much time to keep sailing the wrong direction in front. I kind of have to blast through it. And once the front passes, it'll go back to southeasterly trades. So it should be just like a fast run downwind again. So the next 12 hours probably a little bit of pain, but that's ocean sailing for you. And yeah, I could have gone on a normal trade wind passage, and I had trade wind window. I had friends do it last week, but it was high trades, like 20 to 25 plus the whole time, and the associated swell and sea state with that. This is quite mellow for an ocean. So a little more energy actively managing the sails and picking a route, but today was a pretty glorious sailing day. Averaged nearly 6.8 knots almost all day at the Code Zero and main up, so got a lot of miles in, and I might actually be able to arrive in the daylight, which would be nice. The port is doable at night, but it's never a good idea. Yeah, she's really starting to clock around. Reaching now, close reaching. Let's see, I'll show you guys the wind pilot. Yeah, so it went from 0-20 to 345. So that's a 45-degree wind shift in the last hour. Double reefed on the main. Front's still slowly coming here. Like taking its time. Like just slipping. I just reefed the jib. Not necessarily fun. Well, the wave just got me soaked. So I'm gonna hide back here from now on. I was standing right there. It's all wet now. Yeah, I guess the front is making its way. I'm hoping it's over in like 6 hours. It's now almost 6 o'clock, so maybe by midnight or 1, they'll be back behind and it'll be on a port tack. So, reef the jib, main's already double reefed. The sea state is coming from there now, which it wasn't supposed to pick up, but it has. So I'm just gonna hang on for the time being. I guess you guys can't see me, it's dark, but rain finally coming. It's a couple hours delayed here, but starting, so I might have an abrupt wind shift soon. We shall see. Well, the wind died. I'm not getting any raw water for some reason. I don't know why. It's unfortunate. Gotta prime the system. Something broke prime again. That was unnecessary fun. For some reason, when we heel over a lot, the raw water pump gets airlocked. So the strainer has water, it's fine, and for some reason the thumb screws on the back were really stuck, so I couldn't get it to open, so I used a pair of pliers. That's all I was doing. And then it started leaking when I put it back together. I guess I didn't tighten one of them, but of course it happened right when a squall was hitting. I should have checked the engine before. I knew I was gonna need it. Now it's blowing 20 on the nose, and we'll see how the squalls on the radar. Just a little hectic. There's our squall. We having fun yet? Good job, that was a little bit. I have to check out the rust. I'm not used to having, I don't know, it's so flustered. A squall hit, went to start up engine, no raw water. Couldn't loosen the back of the pump to prime it. I just keep checking the temperatures on the engine and the steam. Keep an eye on it. Get back into the sailing life. A lot easier to dock. Get out of here, bird. You scared the crap out of me. Yeah, get out of here. Hey, don't bite my wheel. Stop it! Go. Get out of here, bird. What a dumb bird. Come on, bird. Hey, get out of here, bird. What do you? I don't want you here. Go! Bird, come on, buddy. No, don't call your friends. I hear more of them. No! No, bird. Finally got our wind shift. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Cruising. About 60. Got land ho. Over there. It's not the island I'm going to though. It's an island called Fortuna. There's actually 2 Fortunas. There's Wallace and Fortuna, which is northeast of Fiji. And there's this little island that's just off of Tana. About 50 or 60 miles left to go and going on a close reach, about 7.5 knots flying. While all goes well, I'll be in before sunset, which would be nice. It's a good trip. This is about day 2.5 or something like that. And I left about, maybe even day 3. Yeah, I think it'll be 3 days at noon, and it's like 7 in the morning. All in all, a good trip. I found like little leaks to chain plates I gotta address and stuff like that. Normal stuff going to sea, but she played the game pretty good so far, the boat. I'm not gonna say anything yet because I'm not in, but yeah, that was another good shakedown. 450 miles of sailing. Well, I see the island of Tana, about 8 miles away now. Where'd that volcano at though? This is a volcanic island. Active volcano, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I should be there in an hour and a half or so. So good to get the anchor down. A little tired sailing solo. I was just kind of dozing off. I got nervous. So I put more rain on. Got a little lively sail to wake me up. Didn't catch a lot of sleep over the last 3 days, but it's okay. It was 4 nights really, so. Yeah, it'll be good to have the hook down and chill out for a little bit. Smells like land. Fire and trees and smoke and earth. Well, I made it into Vanuatu. A little bit fried. The single-handed thing's a little bit more challenging. Because it took me just about 3 days. Left Monday around noon, and I got in here around 3. And there's like an hour time difference. So basically 3 days. So I must have averaged around 6'2" or 6'3", which is pretty good. I got the boat all cleaned up because I don't know if they're gonna come on board or not, but it's always good to have the boat clean and organized when you have like biosecurity and customs coming on board. You don't want to have like a messy boat and then they want to dig into things more. It's often like bugs and stuff is what they're looking for. So I got everything all cleaned up, organized, got my paperwork ready, cockpit's all cleaned up. I got all my sail covers on. Q flag is up. Yeah, code 0 is covered. Feels good to be in quiet and at anchor. I'm really excited to explore here. Should be really cool. Calico did really well again. That was some challenging conditions. Having not sailed in a year, leaving on 30 knots in big seas and fast. I think the new paint job is doing really good. Just flying. Vanuatu seems interesting. I hear kids yelling and playing on the beach, and it's like a little tiki hut up there. But for now, I'm gonna relax. I'm a little bit shot. I think customs will be here 6:30 tomorrow morning. So I guess I'll try to get some rest at some point. Just gonna sit down for a sec.